Scott Coach over here, and this is your double resistance band mini loop functional strength workout. It's going to help you have better posture. It's going to strengthen the core, and we're gonna work full body work today. So get ready to rock and roll. Let's get started off with our warm up. As always, please modify however you need to for your body, for your needs. Nothing impact today though, so just to keep that in mind. Ideally, let's have 2 resistance bands. If you only have 1, I'll offer you how you can adjust. But ideally, let's have 2. So a light one for the upper body, a heavier one for the lower body. Because we're gonna work on that anti-rotational core strength today. So it helps if we have both bands, all right? But if not, like I said, we can still make do. We're gonna keep the warm up non-impact since we're not jumping around for the workout. And remember, this is going to be functional strength, so not really any cardio today. We're just going to work circuit style through a handful of exercises. During the workout, I want you guys to focus on maintaining good posture, drawing your belly inwards for an activated deep core. So those transverse abdominals. All right, we really want to activate and hold while we're doing these exercises. Okay, we're gonna be working the upper body in one way and the lower body in another, pretty much in an opposing directions or with opposing directions of force, I should say. So we want to make sure that we are strong and grounded in each exercise. So we're just gonna keep the warm up really simple. It's not crazy exercises, but we are combining some pretty standard moves, all right, at one time. So it's going to take your mental focus. It's going to take some concentration, and you are gonna get that muscular burn. Good, and let's just do a walking skater. Good, and let's just take those arms up and down, opposing each other, opposite directions. Activate the shoulder girdle a little bit more. Good, and crisscross. We can step it side to side, keep that heart rate up. Good, and you can stay here, you can get a quick drink, but watch as I demonstrate our first move. We're gonna work for 40 seconds, and then we'll have 20 seconds of a rest / transition time. So move number 1, we're gonna march with that band around our toes, and we're gonna pull down with the opposite side. Let's begin. So while we're here, notice, right, the active side, the actively contracting side, right, is opposing the lower half. If you have just one band, you can march and do the pull downs. Or if you want to work on your lower abdominals a little bit more and your glutes, keep the band around the feet. So since this is strength, we're focused on going slow and controlled. 2, 1, and rest. All right, so keep that light band up top for your hands and bring that heavy band just above the knees. All right, above the knees, not against. We're gonna squat and row at the same time. So at the bottom of your squat, you should be drawn all the way in with your row in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. And we're gonna alternate those hands. Get as deep as you can in your squat. Keep your chest up high. So direct your gaze to the corner in the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Pull your belly in and take that elbow as far back as you can, staying close to the body. You wanna fight with the long arm, so make sure that long arm isn't getting dragged inward. And we want to really press those knees apart here. Good, rest. All right, next we have a standing bird dog. So lower that just above the ankles, all right? And we're gonna hold that band around the wrists. And from here, one arm is going to shoot up while the opposite leg shoots back. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So like I said, if you wanna focus a little bit more on the lower half, the glutes, the hips, all right, and the lower abdominals, keep that band on the bottom half. And if you want to focus a little more on your shoulder girdle, the upper half of your posture, keep that band around the upper body. You can also alternate with each round. So we're going to go through 4 times. That keeps it even. Or just place that band based off of how heavy it is and rest. All right, bring that band back up above the knees, and we're gonna keep that band around the wrist. You're gonna step back with a reverse lunge and fly with the opposite arm. Okay, so 90 degrees, opening the door and alternating. 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So big step back and fly and alternate. So that band might move a little bit with the lunges, that's okay. Try not to sweat it. Make sure that front knee is staying strong in position and not getting pulled inwards, okay? You wanna fight against it, drive outwards. Woo! Those shoulders, I'm already feeling it in my shoulders. 10 seconds left. Good, all right. I'm gonna drop to my lighter band here. It's catching up to me quick. All right, and from here, band around the ankles again, just above the ankles, I mean. We're gonna hold that band in our hands, and we're gonna press down with a kick back, okay? So opposite arm and leg, let's go. So if my right arm is pressing down, my left leg is kicking back. Good, again, a little bit of a bend in the elbows. It's kind of like the opposite of a front raise with your dumbbell. All right, we're pressing down, whoops, scooping behind us. Keep the knees slightly bent. Press your hips back just a little bit. Two, 1, and rest. All right, so that was 1 round through. Back to the top, let's get that band around the toes, around the feet. Think laces, really. All right, and then we're going back to our pull down. So again, you can alternate where that band is, or just keep it on the lower half, or just keep it on the upper half, wherever it's gonna challenge you. In 3, 2, 1, let's go march and pull down. Again, notice whatever knee comes up, the opposite elbow drops. Okay, so while we're here, we wanna make sure we're drawing that belly in. We don't wanna be crunching. We wanna be standing tall and erect. And you push a pace that works for you. You don't wanna compromise activation though. So if you find that you're going quicker, but you're not really feeling the burn, it's probably because you're moving too fast, using momentum, and not really focusing on that mind-muscle link, and rest. All right, next we have our squat and row. So band above the knees, and we're gonna pull directly in. So a lot of pulling today, right? A lot of back activation, chest opening. Let's begin. That's to fight that rounded posture. So drive those knees outwards. Knees outwards. Although these might not be moves that we do typically in our workouts, even really things that we do in every day, we are combining balance, coordination, strength, all right, even isometric holds with concentric and eccentric movement. So a lot of moving parts here. Compound exercises, and rest. Woo! All right, next is that standing bird dog. So let's drop that band just above the ankles. Although maybe next round we'll flip it. We'll put the lunge first. That way we're not having to move the band so much. But we're gonna do our standing bird dog. So arms out in front, we're gonna kick back and pull back with opposite arm and leg. So again, notice a little bit of a bend in my knees and hips for balance. And this is going to work shoulder flexion. All right, so I'm not doing any kind of curling, right? I'm not bending my elbow, just maintaining a hold. 10 seconds. Controlled in our movements. And rest. Woo! All right, bring that band back above the knees. Definitely next time we'll switch it. That way it'll flow a little better. Sorry. All right, next what we have our reverse lunge and fly. So big step back while we fly outwards. All right, with the opposite arm. Let's begin. So make sure while we're here, again, shoulders stay stacked over the hips. Big step back, 90 degrees at each knee. And we're not letting that front knee be pulled towards the midline. We're driving it outwards, okay? So when we're working across the body like this, right? A lot of core engagement to focus on that anti-rotational. This is a really good workout for anyone that's postpartum and rest. Especially, I should say, for anyone that's postpartum that feels like they still haven't gotten the abdominal strength back that they wanted, all right? This is really honing in on that problem, that lack of activation. All right, kick back with a press down, let's go. Again, opposite arm and leg. So we're fighting the desire to rotate, right? Since we're doing opposites. Again, bend in the knees and the hips, just enough. Good, 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so 2 rounds down, 2 to go. All right, again, this is strength, not cardio, so still keeping that heart rate up by minimizing our rest breaks. Let's get that band around the feet. And by doing higher rep, full body work. However, okay, focusing on strength and activation. March and pull down. Let's go round number 3. But you don't have to be postpartum to really get the benefits of this workout. It's especially good too for people that sit all day at a desk, or maybe are even standing all day. You find that you tend to tuck your hips underneath you. 2, 1, and rest. We do patterns for a long period of time, all day, every day. Right, that's where those muscular imbalances really start to show themselves. All right, around the knees, above the knees, I should say, row and squat. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So notice I'm trying to keep my wrists chest width apart. All right, so I'm still trying to maintain my grip, my front hand in line with my shoulder. Again, fighting that urge to twist. So even though this extended arm looks like it's not doing anything, it's actually doing a lot of work. It's fighting outward as well as forward. And really press those knees out, 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 out. Good, and rest. All right, so remember, we're gonna switch it up this round. Leave that band where you're at. We're gonna go right into our reverse lunge with a fly. So reverse lunge and fly, then we'll do our bird dog. Oh, get ready to rock. Now you have an extra couple seconds to really think about it. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Elbows and wrists stacked. Opposite arm and leg move. So tall posture, shoulders stacked over the hips. Good, about 10 more seconds. Three, 2, and 1, rest. All right, so next we'll go to our bird dog. So lower that down above the ankles. All right, and again, remember, we're gonna pull backwards. So this one kind of balances out the last move because we're pulling up, and the last move we're pulling down. So in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Kick it back. A little bit of a bend in the knees and the hips. Really squeezing the glutes at the top of that kickback. So getting as far back as you can. Good, about 10 seconds left. And rest. Woo! All right, last one, pretty much the same thing, but we're pressing down. So shake it out, roll off the shoulders. Almost at the end of round number 3, and then we have one more to go, and then you're done. Get ready, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, chest proud, and rest. All right, you guys, last round, best round. Let's get that band around the feet, then you're done. All right, one more time through, and we will have finished our functional strength. All right, so you should feel nice and tall. In 3, 2, 1, pull down and march. Let's begin. If you feel like you got it down now, you want to move a little faster, be my guest. Just again, make sure you're getting that proper activation. Five seconds left. Good, and rest. All right, band back up above the knees. So this is a good workout to revisit, especially on those days you might not be feeling super intense. You don't want to do heavy weight, you don't want to do a bunch of jumping around, but you want to feel better. In 3, 2, 1, row with the squat. Because although you're gonna feel a little tired after, you're gonna feel like you're standing taller, you're more in line, right? Better spinal alignment. And maybe some of those aches and pains in the shoulders and hips kind of fade away a little. But this one is a good one to revisit, especially on a regular basis. You struggle with posture. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we'll keep it here. We'll do our lunge and fly. And then we have 2 more. So we're almost there, my friends. Get ready. Shake it out. You feeling that in the hips? Right on the outside. A lot of abductor work and a lot of external rotation in 3, 2, 1, begin. Shoulders stay over the hips, make sure you're not hinging. Big step back. Try even to tuck your chin in a little bit so you can lengthen through the neck. Really make your upper back work for it. Good, 10 seconds. Two, 1, rest. All right, and take that bell all the way. Zoe, take that band all the way down, and we're gonna do our standing bird dog. Get ready. Whew, I am dripping sweat. This is not highly aerobic or super heavyweight, but man, all those little muscles working. Let's go standing bird dog. Belly in tight, opposite arm and leg. Again, notice I have a bit of a bend in my knees. My hips are sitting back a little bit. Eyes ahead. Five seconds. And rest. All right, you guys. Last move of the day, last 40 seconds of work, and then we are jumping into our cool down. So get ready. If you're feeling a little weak, feeling a little jiggly, let's push through it, really hone in. All right, focus on that hip girdle, shoulder girdle, staying stacked. Let's go. Press down with a kick back. Notice I'm keeping my elbows long, a little bit of a bend in them, but they're not bending. Kicking far, far back. And trying to keep my wrists in front of the shoulder. 10 seconds, you guys, come on. Two, 1, and rest. Woo! All right, take off those bands. Let's do a quick shakeout. Jump into our cool down. All right, let's get started with our cool down. Let's do a few pigeon squats. Oh, those glutes, they don't want to do it. Very nice work today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you feel good. And I hope you feel better for the rest of the day, maybe even a few more days. All right, well, you're a little more aligned now. All right, but we need to strengthen and activate that posterior core, or posterior chain, sorry, right? And just kind of boost our core strength. If you enjoyed this workout, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. You liked it, you didn't like it, you like certain moves, you want to see more stuff like this. All right, and subscribe if you have not already. That way, every time I post a new workout, you'll be notified. You can join me, and we'll get fit together. All right, let's just open up those hips just a little bit. Clasp behind the back, open up the chest. Good, we'll stay here for a second. Drop the head side to side. Stretch it out a little bit. Good. And that is it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, stay strong, stay tough.